What is going on, guys? This is Clever Boy 86 here, back again for another video. And today I'm going to be doing a review of The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 7, the Season 2 mid-season finale, titled Pretty Much Dead Already. Alright, so this episode starts off with the survivors eating breakfast outside the main house, and Glenn reveals that the barn is full of walkers. So all of the survivors go to the barn, and Shane peeks inside, and sure enough, he sees a walker staring back at him. He immediately wants to leave, and the tensions are rising within the group. Carol says that Sophia's still out there, but at this point, Shane is sick of hearing about Sophia, and Rick insists that he talks to Hershel because it's his land, and Glenn tries to talk to Maggie, but Maggie tells him to give her his hat, and she puts rotten eggs in his hat, and Glenn puts it back on, all the rotten eggs go all over his head, so that's pretty funny. And then Carl says to Shane that he doesn't want to leave until they find Sophia. And Daryl is still recovering he prepares a horse to go searching for Sophia. Carol approaches him, and she tells Daryl that she can't lose him too, but this doesn't sit well with Daryl. He throws a saddle and then just storms off. Dale confronts Andrea about Shane, and he says, "Is that really who you want to be?" And Andrea says that he's not a victim. And inside the farmhouse, Rick approaches Hershel, who is eating lunch. And Rick says that he found the barn and would like to talk about it. But Hershel says that he needs the group gone by the end of the week. But Rick tries to plead his case, explains that Lori is pregnant, but Hershel remains stubborn. So Rick tells Shane that Lori is pregnant and that they need to stay on the farm, and Maggie tells Hershel to let Rick and the survivors stay at the farm, and then Shane confronts Lori about her pregnancy, and Rick, she says that Rick is weak and not equipped for this world, and that he can't protect her and Carl. But Lori says that the baby's not his, and then Shane is really angry. He storms into the RV and demands to know where Dale went. So he asks Glenn where Dale is, and Glenn says he doesn't know. And then Glenn's like, "I don't get it." And then as Shane's walking away, it's "No, man, you don't." So Shane goes to look for Dale, and Hershel leads Rick to the edge of a river where he sees two walkers immobilized in muck, and he says that if Rick and his group are to stay, they will need to abide by Hershel's rules, and Rick agrees. So back at the farm, Glenn tries to talk to Maggie again. He says that he doesn't want her in danger, and that Secret's gonna get her killed. But Maggie understands and kisses him. And then Shane approaches Dale in the woods, where where Dale is about to secretly hide all the survivors' guns. And Dale asks him if he's going to shoot him like he shot Otis. And Shane says that Dale is pretty much dead already, which is where the title of this episode comes from. Pretty much dead already. So then Dale, pulls the gun on Shane and puts the rifle to his chest, and I thought that Dale was going to like shoot Shane, but that didn't happen. Then Shane tells Dale to basically give him the weapons, and Shane goes back to the farm and just like starts like handing out weapons, and he gives Carl a gun, and not his decision to make. But like the survivors see Rick and Herschel emerge from the woods with walkers at the end of long sticks, and like Shane's like, "What is that?" And she's just like running as fast as he can toward like Rick and Herschel, and they're like holding the walkers on the sticks, and Shane just loses it. He goes ballistic. He's like, Shane like shoots one of the walkers several times in the body, and Rick is like screaming at him like, "Enough!" And Shane's like, "Yeah, you're right, man. That is enough," and he shoots him in the head. And like Shane's saying that, if you want to survive, you have to fight for it. And he's like just like ranting and screaming. It's like they're the things that killed Amy. They killed Otis, which of course Shane actually killed Otis. But anyway, so Shane breaks open the barn door, and all the walkers come lurching out. Then Shane immediately opens fire. Daryl, Andrea, T-Dog, and Glenn also open fire. And at this point, it's just a massacre. Herschel is watching in horror as his family, all the people he knew, all the walkers in the barn, are just like going down. And when they think all the walkers are from the barn are down, there's one last walker that emerges out of the barn, and it is Sophia. Now, when I saw this scene for the first time, I was so shocked. And you see, Carol runs toward her, but Daryl holds her back, and she's slowly moving forward, and everyone is shocked. So Rick, steps forward, and he draws his gun and shoots Sophia in the head. And that's the end of the episode. So, man, what an episode. This was just it's probably one of the biggest episodes in the 5-season run. It's one of my favorite episodes. It's definitely in my top 5 episodes, if not my top 3. So it'll probably be number 3 on my top 10 Walking Dead episodes. I'm gonna do a top 10 Walking Dead episodes list. So yeah, that's gonna be a hard one. I'll probably do that after season 5. So what an episode! To give this episode a rating, I give it a perfect 10 out of 10. I think it's just such a fun episode to go back and watch over and over again. It has great replay value. And now the scene when Sophia comes out of the barn, it's just it's a very great scene, how they shot it and everything. I really loved how they did it. I thought that was just awesome. So yeah, I really liked how she comes out. It's really slowly, and then Rick shoots her in the head. I thought that was really awesome, and no one's firing, and who can do it. So yeah, upon rewatching this episode again, I don't know, it's just such a great episode, and it in the second half of season 5, not season 5, I'm thinking about season 5, but season 2, we have the next episode, Nebraska, with the bar shootout, after Randall, the whole new storyline, 18 Miles Out, Rick and Shane fighting, and then Dale's death, the Better Angels episode, one of the best episodes, beside the Dying Fire, the finale. So the second half of season 2 is, just awesome, and this is kind of like the, beginning, because it's like, the ending with the barn shootout and everything is just awesome. So, anyways, that's it for this review. Yeah, so I'll see you all for my review of Season 2, Episode 8, Nebraska. So yeah, anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you all for the next one. Bye.